U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now Foles. Caught out left side by Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard.
Brings up second and 9.
The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 6 catches, 87 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit. And this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
First carry down for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Picked him. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. I would find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They fall secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Third down.
Foles. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
23 yards.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Foles. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 36-yard line.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Wide receiver, the ball carrier.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
A 56-yard attempt.
No score after one on EA Sports.
No score. Austin Seibert on for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays are going to pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it. That's what you're looking for.
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Out of the gun now on third down. That'll be complete to Cook. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
A gain of 36.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Foles. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Number 80.
More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
6-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get...
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Eric Kendricks able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
They're in the top 5 in sacks.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Daniil Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to... All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
Bears 3.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. And they'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. start the drive. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They're down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Foles on target there to Robinson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
At the 17-yard line.
And left side here, it's Graham. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. That is hauled in by Jimmy Graham. Touchdown Bears.
To number 80,
Jimmy Graham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
Point conversion.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Incomplete.
Pass on 1st down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
He throws there, incomplete.
Pass on 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was staying in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's going to take 37-yard line.
They'll take
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
First down.
On first down, it's Patterson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 16. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
3rd and inches.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point, or in this case, a field goal.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack it here. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots. And that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. 4th quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Daniil Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Not easy for Nick Foles and the Bears now. 3rd and long after the sack. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can...
Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Result of the play is
now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
35-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go out and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did it? And you know what I mean by that. And old coaches say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And more, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Foles ready to lead this offense. Down by 11, just under 2 minutes to go. They need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field goal in either order as they've got it 1st down. He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. Not easy for Nick Foles and the Bears now. 3rd and long after the sack. And that will be incomplete.
Foles pass intended for Allen Robinson.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Daniil Hunter. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. So a great special teams play. They blocked the punt, and excellent field position, 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They try again with Cook. Now he won't take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, they're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Second down and goal. Foles. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100. And what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And the connection not there. Incomplete. Just 14 seconds down to the final couple of plays here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. On the strip, the ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for the Bears touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then
Oh.